It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some new Tom MacDonald today, and this would have dropped on Friday, but I had absolutely no idea that it came out, so shout out to my comment section for bringing it to my attention. I'm excited because we got Nova on this. She's extremely dope when it comes to music. I love her delivery, the way that she writes, the energy she brings. Like, she's just a total package. So let's dive in. Let's see what they was cooking with on this one.
I've been wild since my teenagers, high-speed chases, smoking weed in parking lots of police stations. Couple CDs in my Discman, it was Pocket Nirvana. Skateboard deck was painted with the topless pick of Madonna. The rule, I'm the same young buckaroo. Beat a dudes for a mother dunkaroo. School, the president of the world too. This, them, that, you.
There's already so much to talk about. This is dope. Okay, I like the whole vibe of this, the beat, the way that he's approaching it. Tom never fails to impress in the beginning of his songs. Like, he goes off right from the jump, which is one of the things I love about checking out his music. But he mentioned smoking weed in the parking lots of police stations. And this is kind of something that we used to do. So we would smoke a blunt on the way to school when we were in like 11th, 12th grade, and we'd park right behind the police station / fire station that was across the street from our high school. And for some reason, we'd get out as we were still smoking and walk right in front of it, just smoking our blunt like we couldn't get in trouble. And then go across the street towards the school, walk around the school. If we still had some left, we'd hide it in the bushes. And then we'd come out on lunch, grab it, and continue to smoke it and walk back to our car right in front of the police station. Like, it was okay. I don't know why we thought that it was a good idea, because looking back, I'm like, that was really ignorant, but we never got in trouble. We would do it every single day pretty much, and I don't know how they never caught us, but that's definitely something that we did. I like how he said he was listening to Pac and Nirvana. I didn't listen to a lot of Nirvana or any rock or metal or any kind of stuff. Like, it was all rap for me, but Pac was definitely in heavy rotation back then. Discman thing is an interesting throwback, because I remember I used to have to walk and like hold it up on my hand like this, because if it was in my pocket, the anti-skip didn't work that well. So I had to like keep it, you know, so it didn't mess up. For those of you guys that know, you know what I'm talking about. That was we'll call it the struggle years, because nowadays you just got the MP3s, just listen on the phone. Like, people don't got to worry about that stuff anymore. But I like all this, especially the whole pretty much fuck the world, F this, F that. I'm trying not to swear because I don't want it to get demonetized, but listen, we let one slip. Hopefully it's going to be okay. I used to be that kid in, like, I want to say it was like, it started in 5th grade maybe, where I would like budge in the line of people, because I was a dickhead, I know, but I'd say I budged in the line of somebody outside on the playground where we can go and buy like these little ice cream snacks and stuff. And if someone was upset, I would just be like, you know, F you too. No matter what they said, my response was F you too, or that's the way the effing world goes around. That was what I would say to everybody. It was just like F this, F that. Like, once I learned that word, it was like a normal part of my vocabulary. So I'm vibing with this song on multiple levels right now. But besides all that, it's just got a dope feel to it.
I've been wild since my teenagers, high-speed chases, smoking weed in parking lots of police stations. Couple CDs in my Discman, it was Pocket Nirvana. Skateboard deck was painted with the topless pick of Madonna. The rule, I'm the same young buckaroo. Beat a dudes for a mother dunkaroo. School, the president of the world too. This, them, that, you. I'm a problem, been disturbing the peace. Bourbon bottles and vodka, my Honda swerved through the streets. Middle finger's been waving since I was barely 13. And you might die tonight if you decide you're riding with me. Still the illest cracker rapping, yeah, they all been hating. Losing space for tattoos on my face, my hair is always braided. Mama crying, happy tears, her baby boys finally made it. Never look in mirrors, I get nervous seeing someone famous. I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat broke, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. I was wild since a child, talk, I'ma lose control. Young kid, didn't have a car, cruise control. Always sitting passenger, my buddy drove a Saturn. Roll up the weed, pass it, now we all laughing. Smoke the blunt till it's gone, laps all ashes. Jump out for fun, run up, get that kick. Soundtrack of my life, old dirty bastard. Tupac, Biggie, Nas, it's all classic.
Let's go. I like that. Soundtrack of my life, old dirty bastard. Tupac, big, I like all that. That was like life back then, just driving around and listening to some of this dope music. And I'm like a little bit older, but I still was beyond the time of Pac and Big. Like, by the time I had found them and I was older, they obviously had passed away, but their music was still so relevant. And we would listen to Pac, Biggie, Pun, Big L, you know, all the mixtapes that had come out back then, like DJ Clue and You know, you had the whole Desert Storm thing going on, and like I'd listen to like Ransom and stuff, who's doing his thing now, all these years later, so it's dope. Like back then, for those that know, it was the A-Team, him and Hitchcock, that was fire. Like there was just so much stuff. Graf was one of my favorite rappers because I thought his style was so unique and different from other people. Obviously Nas, Jay, like all the greats and the names that you are familiar with, but there was a lot of other people that were really, really dope back then. Like I wish I could remember more names. Like I remember an artist called Sha Stimuli that was really fire. I don't know if he still makes music. I think he might still be making music. And then you got like RJ Payne, who's doing music now. But back then, I remember seeing him on MTV battling as Rain Man, and like and Recognize back then, who's still doing this. So there's just it's dope all these years later to see these artists that are still doing their things and some of them getting the attention they deserve. But there was just so much fire back then. Like there was artists that you'd come across on mixtapes that you've never heard of again. They just kind of came and went, but they had fire, like absolute fire. And it was just that era of like the late 90s, early 2000s was just probably, in my opinion, still one of the dopest eras of music. And it's not just that there was better music, just the feel of it, the mixtapes, just the way that things were at that time. It was just different. It was just different.
I'ma lose control, young kid, didn't have a car. Cruise control, always sitting passenger. My buddy drove a Saturn. Roll up the weed, pass it, now we all laughing. Smoke the blunt till it's gone, laughs all ashes. Jump out for fun, run up, get that kick. Soundtrack of my life, old dirty bastard. Tupac, Biggie, Nas, it's all classic. Every Tuesday, new CD out the plastic. Ditch school, smoke weed, drink till I blasted. Master P was killing it, Lil Wayne was real then. East Coast had it on lock like you can't get in. I remember the first time I heard Many Men, and I'd still be rapping if there never was an Eminem. Who the f you talking to? Fitted hats and Tim boots. I'll kill any rapper and whoever sent you. I had a pack of cigarettes.
Facts. Fitted caps and Tim boots. That was the look. That was the style. See, okay, this is dope. I like this track because it's just like a throwback to all the, you know, shit back then and what they was listening to when they was younger and stuff like that. There was just so much good music. So much good music. 50 Cent, when he came out, it was absolutely insane. Eminem, when he was blown up, was absolutely insane. Like, to be there for that period of time was, you can't match it because, like, there's not going to be another M. There's not going to be another 50. And I know that we got dope artists now, and I'm not saying that there's not. Like, I love Joyner Lucas. But the feel of when they came out and they were just bigger than life, I just don't feel like you get that anymore.
Fitted hats and Tim boots. I'll kill any rapper and whoever sent you. I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat broke, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up.
I'm not ready for Nova's verse. I'm excited. I feel like it's been a minute since I heard something from her, but I always try to check out anything that she's ever dropped.
But the rings were
everybody hurting Nova, giving dirty looks and throwing shoulders outside bodegas like Mr. Bomby Coronas. The type to slick a wallet and the flip IDs. I was 2 middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee. And if you met me, you either.
I like that. That was 2 middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee, and she made sure to have one on in this. I like it. I see. Back then, I never listened to these groups like Slipknot, Korn, but I remember people in school having like the shirts on and stuff like that. And I thought some of the merch was actually kind of dope, but I had never given it a chance. I was so stuck on this rap is my genre, rap is what I like. And now that we do this reaction channel, I check out all sorts of stuff, which, speaking of, I feel like I haven't done Slipknot on this channel at all or in a very long time, so I might have to dive into some more Slipknot. But we've been doing AC/DC, you know, all sorts of Korn too. I got to check out some more Korn. So, you know what I'm saying? She putting me back onto some of these things, but this is dope. I like the way that she came into this, throwing the shoulders and stuff.
In the flip IDs, I was 2 middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee. And if you met me, you either got robbed or bought weed. The mall rat, bumming cigarettes at entrance 3. Skipped so much, and when I showed up, teachers called police. Cause I only went to school to sell a beef. I was a menace in a tattoo, choking necklace, stuffing lip gloss in my pocket, shotgun in a stolen Lexus. Reckless, the plug for anything, I did it all. If you can find an ask around to tell you who to call me.
See, the fact that she said something about a stolen Lexus, like, she's very specific. That means she really be doing some of these things.
Skipped so much, and when I showed up, teachers called police. Cause I only went to school to sell a beef. I was a menace in a tattoo, choking necklace, stuffing lip gloss in my pocket, shotgun in a stolen Lexus. Reckless, the plug for anything, I did it all. If you can find an ask around to tell you who to call. Meet me at the mall, tripping on shrooms, ripping off shoes, twisting up dopes. Everyone, I'm never gonna listen to you. 15-year-old me will put a fist through a dude from
I like it. I like it. Yo, the whole like the shroom. Listen, I'm not big on doing anything. I don't condone drugs. I'm not, but like back in the day, I did a little bit of some shrooms in my life, but I was always nervous to take too many where I'd actually have like a hallucination or something. And I was like, I don't want to see nothing. I just want like the body buzz and you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it would make you think differently. And so I definitely gave that a shot. And there was one time where I had like someone made it in like a chocolate bar or something like that. And honestly, it was like the best chocolate I've ever tasted. It was unbelievably good. And I remember some good times. But rolling dubs, this whole sequence right here is fire. This is like, this was life growing up.
My pocket shotgun in a stolen Lexus. Reckless, the plug for anything, I did it all. If you can find an ask around to tell you who to call, meet me at the mall. Tripping on shrooms, ripping off shoes, twisting up dubs. Everyone, I'm never gonna listen to you. 15-year-old me will put a fist through a dude. From group homes to infamy, you.
I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the
Yo, I just realized my man got the Austin 316 shirt. I feel like I had that shirt too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat broke, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome.
Woo! This was fire. I enjoyed this. This was dope. See, I like when he does stuff like this as well. I do like when he does shit that brings about conversation and we could talk about all sorts of things. Like those videos, it's like the song is 3 minutes long, the video ends up being 25 minutes because there's just so much to discuss. And I really like that. I like that it brings out these conversations and stuff, and then I can see your guys' opinion in the comments, which again, I may not respond to everybody or heart everybody's comment, but I do read through them. So I appreciate you guys that leave them and give me your opinion on things and your take and respond to some of the things that I bring up. And I think that it's dope to be able to do that with you guys. But I also enjoy when they drop shit like this, which is just a vibe. And it's, kind of an ode to old school hip hop and just, things that you listen to and also just life. Like this isn't just about rap. It's also just about this is what it was like growing up as me kind of a song. And I enjoy that because it just brought me through memory lane, thinking about, like I said, smoking in front of the police station and going to school and going on blunt rides and listening to some of this old music and getting into situations and meeting people at the park to fight and just, a lot of fun shit. A lot of fun shit that happened, like some of it maybe a little bit ignorant, some of it maybe a little bit degenerate even, you might say, but that was life and that was growing up and that's what helped build you to who you are. And so I enjoyed hearing their stories and a little bit about what they were about growing up and how life went for them. So comment down below. Let me know. Fill me in. Let me know what some of the stuff you were listening to, some of the situations you got in that you remember. Because there's always those key things, and you think back to high school and you're going to tell a story that just pop into your head. Like certain things that just never leave you. I'm just curious. Let me know down in the comments. But I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Tom MacDonald, Adam. I fucked his name up right there. Tom, Adam, and Nova. We'll just put it that way. Because they all did the thing on this. That was dope. It was cool to see Nova on the track. Hopefully she'll hop on some more or drop some solo stuff herself at some point. If she so feels like it. Obviously completely up to her. But she's dope at music. She's just really, really dope. I like it. The energy that she brings in the video. The way that she writes. Just the whole deal. So appreciate you guys for stopping in. I will catch you in the next one, homies.